So why even bother getting spiritual? Well, I have to tell you, it is the key thing to what it means to be a human being, to really be able to live your life at the highest possible level. Because when you become spiritual, it's a journey of self-discovery and self-empowerment, where you start to become aware of all the limitations that you have embodied within yourself through social conditioning. Say, for example, your parents have imposed upon you all kinds of programming and beliefs as to what you can do, can't do, should do, must think, must believe, who you all are. All right, it's like this prison has been imposed upon you through A, your parents, B, through the education system you underwent through, which is a massive indoctrination system. Thirdly, through society, again, another mega massive indoctrination system. I mean, there are layers and layers and levels where beliefs and thoughts and even your own individual experiences with people, of how you've been hurt and you've been betrayed and this happened and that happened. All this gets imprinted and embodied and has become a prison keeping the self, who you all are, in bondage and limited, restricted, hindered, shut down and shut up. All right, and this is what becomes getting onto the spiritual path is a journey of starting to discover all of those different layers and levels of blockages and hindrances and imprinting that has gone on, that has so then chiseled away and defined and limited your sense of self, so that you end up being predominantly a product of your environment and your upbringing and your little miniature biographical history. And it's really quite tragic, because it can so severely limit you in your course in life. So the scoop on this is that in terms of the spiritual journey, is to become aware of all of that and to release them one by one so that you can be set free and come out of this imprisonment that's taken place. And I tell you, it's happened to every individual. It's just a question of degree. And this is huge. So you want to undo all of that, unravel that, and then awaken every level, every little tidbit of your authentic core self. All right, and this awakening happens at all levels, at the cellular level, physically coming into life and awakening. All right, and this is why I say I'm adamant about the beginning of the spiritual life is with the physical, is to get in shape and get healthy. It really will affect your state of consciousness, how you even think, right? If you're a pessimist and always depressed, well, go out and hit the gym, all right? That'll do wonders for you in terms of shifting your thinking and your belief system, all right, to get you out of this negative spiral, for example, right? So you need to begin with the physical, and it affects you mentally, spiritually, in terms of your consciousness. It affects you emotionally. So you need to begin there. And indeed, the cells will awaken, come alive, sharpen up, and just start to vibrate with aliveness. And then it comes into the emotional, the expansion of your heart and your being, that you can really feel and not be afraid of feeling. You can come alive with passion in your life, right? And you can feel whatever it is. You're not afraid to really feel. And if you're not afraid to feel, you're not afraid to live. And you can embrace life totally, the ups and the downs, the joys and the tragedies, the good and the bad, the beautiful and the ugly. You can embrace the totality of life with your whole being. And then when you expand physically, you expand emotionally, you can expand your mind, your consciousness. And this is where it's just wonderful if you have a hunger to learn, and your mind can just be alive and thriving and just absorbing the wonders and mysteries of life. and have just a blast exploring the cosmos. And so, wow, I mean, I'm getting so high talking about this, but this is what the spiritual journey is about. And this is what's meant to be awakened and enlivened in the totality of your being at every level, every dimension. You get on this and it's like, whoa, then you're really starting to live. Then you're discovering the depth and immensity of who you could all become. And whoa, you don't want to miss out on that. You don't want to miss out on that. You only got one shot at this game in life. Don't blow it, all right? Don't blow it. Get on that spiritual path and start awakening and enlivening who you are. And it's not about adopting some freaking ideology. All right, this is a gripe I have. Time and again, people, it's like, oh, reading a book and getting these ideas in your head and believing this and that. That's not what it's about. It's about transformation, not belief systems. Okay? It's a shifting in your beingness. Not just that, oh, I adopt this philosophy of so-and-so. That's not what it's about, right? That doesn't mean you're spiritual at all. You just got different ideas going in your head. Whoop-be-ding. That's not what it's about, okay? It's about transformation at every level, fundamental shifting, enlivening, awakening, expanding of your whole beingness. That's what it means to be spiritual. And you want to get on that.